Right then guys, Lambretta vlog time. We're back. Yep, it's been ages, like I said, every time I do a video. I've had so much going on, and I wasn't really going to go into it, but it's just going on, and I can't just continue like this. So what's been going on is I've been getting divorced. So I'm now divorced from, well, my ex-wife. So I really wanted to do any vids. I've been totally buzzing, and it's not really, if you're not in right mood, you can't really ride around doing these vids. I've found, anyway, I've tried to do some, but they always just end up bloody, me sounding like a bloody misery guts. But I'm not miserable anymore, it's sorted. So she's gone. Still got to sort all my house and everything out that I still own but don't live in. So I'm back living at my mum's, where you belong. Your mum will always love you. As they say. So yeah, so just haven't been doing any vids, haven't been doing out. But I can't let her beat me, you know what I mean? She's not bringing me down anymore anyway. She's gone but not forgotten. Big mistake that one, marrying her. But anyway, that's that dealt with. So that's it, we're at it, we're on the scooter. I'm going to call in here to see John if he's in, which he is in, and get a new spark plug, because this one's breaking down. It's feeling like it's missing loads and stuff, and generally I've found that's because the spark plug's on its way out. I mean, it might just need cleaning, but I always just buy a new one. Always just buy another one. So we'll call and get a spark plug, fit that, and we'll get back at it. So, here's a sec. Wakey scooters, look, here we are. Right, we're sorted. Got a new spark plug off John, feels better immediately. We're absolutely black with spark plugs. I'm reckoning I'm going to go down on main jet again. I don't know what I'm doing with this main jet. I've gone all the way up to about 350 at one point on a Mikuni carb, 35mm Mikuni. And then I look at it now, I think I'm at about 330 now, and everyone always says that sounds enormous, but it's been pulling and riding lovely, so I just base it on that. But then when I looked at that plug, I mean, it's no wonder it were a bit burbly, it were absolutely black, properly oily, so don't know what that's really about. So I'll just go down another one, see how it feels. Last thing you want is it to bloody seize, do you? So you'd rather it be a bit too rich and a bit too lean, like I say all the time. So yeah, so I went to Sherburn yesterday, so you might have seen on Instagram, I put a picture up on there. And somebody had put, you know, is there any vids coming up soon? So I thought I'd better get out and do one today, because it has been so very long. Also had a bit of a problem with the front brake. Look at that bloody stone there, bastard. It seemed as though it were binding, and I've just been speaking to Johnny because it can be to do with just expansion, because it's so hot today. It's about 28 degrees here today, he said on my phone anyway. So it can sort of expand, the fluid can expand or something, so that might have been causing it to drag. It just felt really heavy on front end. So I've slackened off the cable a bit because it's I bet I am too rich in a way that just felt then. So I slackened it off. I mean, I got front wheeling there when I got to Sherburn. I was messing around looking at the tyre and that. This guy came straight over and goes, "Here, do you want to borrow a foot pump, cocker?" I went, "Yeah, cheers buddy." So I put a few more PSI in, but it looks fine in tyre. It's like when you ride it as much as I do, you just know straight away if there's anything at all that changes and feels different. You can spot it just instantly and you know there's something wrong. So I'm fanning about with that, so I sort of lent it over. Well, I got this guy to sort of lead it over a bit, and I was just spinning wheel, and it was lovely and free. But the other week I'd had this problem, where I imagine it's probably down to the same thing, and the pads had worn like a bit funny shape. It was like it were alright on way forward, but as you were trying to go backwards, it was just binding completely. So I spoke to John as usual about that. I was talking about getting some new pads. He goes, just sand them down, flatten them. So I took the pads out of the disc and just used a bit of sandpaper, quite coarse sandpaper on a tile, so it's nice and flat, and just sort of rubbed them up and down a bit and got them all even. I mean, it was probably about, there was probably say 5 mil at one side and about 3.5 mil at the other side. You know, if you know what I mean. It was like the word vids. So I just sanded them both back, and obviously I had to adjust it up to take up that slack that I'd just worn off. They were fine after that. I better check how much fuel I've got, because I think I've got enough in here. Look at this guy, organ donor. Absolute pet hate that. As if you ride around in a t-shirt. Mind you, it's better than some. I saw someone today, well, I see it all the time, but somebody riding around in a t-shirt and shorts on a motorcycle. You know, it should be illegal if you ask me. That it's tantamount to not wearing a helmet. All the gear, all the time. And I feel bad enough because I only ever wear jeans really, unless we're going to a rally or out like that, and I always put my riding trousers on then. But you know, I've got trainers on, and it is dodgy, but I ain't wearing bloody big daft boots either when I'm doing this. But you guys wear what you want. Not for me though. Better just pull in and see how much fuel I've got before I go mad. Before we go too mad. Always get out of the way when I'm doing stuff like this, just to stop dickheads beeping at you going, oh, your rubber band broken, has it? Shit like that. Let's have a look. Oof, with loads. We've got plenty in, sorted. Good job because I ain't got any money. Like I've got about 20 quid in bank. And I don't want to spend it on fuel. So yeah, so I think I'll go ride down through Dewsbury and back up, see what's happening in Dewsbury. Why do dogs hate scooters so much? What does it want? A few beers yesterday anyway. Bob and Brookie came over. The scooter lads went down to Horbury Working Men's, unsurprisingly, where I spend most of my time. And had absolutely loads and loads of beer. There were a bit of a Northern Soul gig thing on. Well, they said it was Northern Soul, but it was just any soul music, I think. It passes for Northern Soul these days. I don't think anyone knows what Northern Soul is anymore. We were good, at least there was you know, something going on, so we had a fair few swills with them too. I was drinking rum actually, don't ask me why, because I don't really drink rum. Lamb's Navy rum, wow. Now that is strong, isn't it? Don't really drink spirits as it is. I drink Pernod and lemonade now and again, proper retro. But no, we're on pints of lager and rum chasers. They just go a bit, always go a bit mad when them two are out. It's like we go to scooter rallies and they just constantly just drink all day. In fact, I think they're the motto at the last rally I went to, eating's cheating. And he goes, you can call me a cheater then, 'cause I'm a free kebab. Valley batteries there. I used to buy batteries there, but they're bloody expensive when you look. You get the same thing online delivered to your door for about 2/3 of what they cost to buy them off shelf. It's alright because there's two guys there, so you can get, you know, you're getting exactly what you need, and they give you advice and stuff. They're always very helpful, so no against Valley batteries if you're watching this, guys, which I doubt you are. But you know what I mean, you've got to support your local businesses and stuff like that, but you can't justify charging a third more. really. I just can't afford it. It's not all else. I'm not tight. I just haven't got the money to spend, especially now, because them solicitors aren't cheap, are they? Anybody who's had a divorce will be well aware of that, especially when it's constant back and forth. So yeah, it's just been a really expensive job getting a divorce. It cost, bloody hell, it must have cost about 10 times what the marriage cost already. And it's definitely going to do, by the time it's all done and dusted, it's going to be, he's getting a right whack. Like they say, only person who makes any money out of divorce and stuff is solicitor. Because it's absolutely bankrupting me. I'm having to like borrow the money off my mum, and you know, she's not a millionaire. Well, she certainly ain't now, because I'm spending all the money. Come on! Look at that. Winnebago, isn't it that? That'll be expensive to fix, won't it? Good luck getting parts for it anyway. I think they do about 8 miles to gallon or something, don't they? They do absolutely no. I suppose it's cheap if you go away and you stay in it, but by the time you paid for all the diesel and stuff and find somewhere to park the bleeding thing, you spent a fortune, haven't you? This is Dewsbury anyway. Fucking hell. Look at the state. Shout out to, I think Lambrettist or Lambretterist or whatever your name is, dude. Put a video up today. I think he was actually going to California, is that? I don't know. He's in America anyway. Gotta say, roads in America look pretty decent when you compare it to this shower of shit. Look at it. Absolute nightmare. And it all just seems really flat and expansive. Well, obviously there'll be some hills somewhere. Good little bez, this. Nice little bez art. It's probably going to start getting busy soon because there'll be school chucking out time and all the enormous 4x4s picking up the tiny children. And it becomes very much every man for himself at school time, doesn't it? They'll just park anywhere they want, and look at me gone out because I'm trying to get round them on a scooter. Ooh, it's hot. You can sort of see, you know, going back to what we were on about before, you sort of see why people do want to wear the shorts and t-shirt. There's no I'd like more than to do that, but it's just not, it's just so irresponsible, isn't it? You know, if these guys come off that scooter, they come off the bike and they haven't got any gear on, it's just completely irresponsible. You know, they've got to go to hospital, and then there's surgeons fannying about trying to pull, you know, stick all the skin back together, skin grafts and all this, costing everyone a fortune for all job doing on NHS. And there's be somebody out there who's actually in need. You know, somebody might be in a genuine accident and all surgeons are busy sticking some dickhead's bloody. So there you go, knobhead in shorts. Fire. He wasn't even waving at me, but he waved. Yeah. Hooray! I got a few nods off people yesterday as well when I went out in school, which is unusual these days. It's as though it's properly gone out of fashion, or people just don't know. There was a time when everybody had nod at everybody on bikes. I know that not everyone likes to do it, not everyone's interested, but camaraderie, man, you know. Help each other out. Dude in Prius isn't in a rush, is he? I don't know why I am, to be honest. I've got nowhere to go. Just riding around aimlessly. No side panels on today. One of them's, I stripped one of them down. I just got to take badges off. I wanted to repaint it and stuff and strip it and shit, but started on with it and then just left it all in garage. Left it all in shed and just come out. Should probably get on with that. They look really shit. This entire scooter needs repainting now. It's been absolutely ages. But I'm waiting till I get my other. I'm going to buy another scooter as soon as I can. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I've got one lined up. And it's a very, very nice one. I'm sure you're going to like it when I get that, but we're not going to start counting this chicken throat yet because we haven't got it. I know it could happen, but I've absolutely got my heart set on it, and it is reserved for me through a friend whose husband died, and she's kept on of it for years and years, and it's just not going to go anywhere. It ain't going to do anything. And you know, guy who I'm sorting it out through knows that I wanted another, so he mentioned it to her. I think she didn't want to just give it to just anybody, if that, you know what I mean. Which is, you know, it's pretty. I feel pretty privileged, to be honest, to be able to even get access to this scooter. But we'll see that when it gets here. We won't go on about that because we ain't got it yet, and I'll just, you know, kiss the death by banking on it. So when it's all done and dusted and everything's sorted, and I don't have a solicitor to pay, then I will be buying it, all being well. I think you're going to like it. I know I'm going to like it. It's what I've always wanted. I think it's what we all want. Well, a lot of people do. So yeah, I'm planning on getting that, but as I say, I don't know what's going to happen. See what they're saying in court. Right, anyway, we've gone full circle talking about my shitty divorce. So anyway, that's about it for today. Shout out to all of you guys. I can't remember who, somebody got some stickers off me recently. Anthony somebody, I'm sure your name was Anthony, from Loughborough, if I remember correctly. So shout out to you, dude. I hope you like the stickers. There's loads and loads of stickers left. If you want any, just get in touch and we'll sort them out. I've got plenty left. I think I went a bit over the top. I got 1,000 of them, but I've got about 995 left. And I've stuck most of them on my own stuff. But there's plenty of them going, so if you want one, just get in touch, give me your address and we'll sort it out. Any donations will be a big help towards fuel and stuff. Whatever, rather just, you know, get them dished out there. There's no point in more being, they're like on really big like toilet roll looking things, you know, rolls of them, just in sheds, so no point in being in there when they can be out stuck on stuff. I've been sticking them around everywhere that I go, really, when I stop. Whenever I stop, I've always got some on me, so if you do see me by any chance, which has happened in the past, I've bumped into people who've actually watched the vids, so shout out to all you guys, you know who you are, it always makes my day. But anyway, right, just turning into drivel now, so I'm off. Right, so thanks for watching. Sorry it's been ages, like I say every time. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up and all of that if you feel that way inclined. Oh no. And just have a nice day, everybody. Don't get too hot. We'll do a little bit of filtrage. Always got to watch with these when there's a long queue of traffic. So if it's too long, some people just decide they want to do a U-turn and just bang it straight around in the middle of the road. Right, thanks for watching, see you on the next one.